Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome along to episode number 11 of Grassroots to Glory, my Tier 10 Football Manager 21 save game. I'm Tony, as you know, hope you're well. If you're new to the channel, do yourself a favour, get subscribed and turn those notifications on. Of course, you can go back and check out some of the previous episodes as well, so you know where we're at in the save so far. If you've been following the series, then you know things went really well at the back end of the last episode. We actually won promotion to now Ebac Northern League Division 1. So we're now in Tier 9. So we are on our way towards the Premier League. I mean, it's still quite a long way to go, but we've got past the first hurdle. That's the first thing. Obviously, we're now into what is our third season in charge of the club. Of course, it's our first season in Tier 8, so we've done a bit of an overhaul of the squad, which we'll get to in a little bit of time. We've also started the season not too bad, I guess, given the fact that we are in a higher division. I'll talk a little bit more about sort of how it's going in a second. So this is our first match against Stockton. We drew 2-2, but it showed a lot of character because we were actually 2-0 down, as you can see there, after 25 minutes. We then started to fight back, and not just fight back throughout sort of maybe on an hour or whatever. We pretty much drew it at the death. So goal there in 87 minutes, and then Charinda again comes flying forward, actually turns provider for Tyler Bell, who we'll talk about in a wee second as well, who's got the equaliser. We drew 0-0 with Durham, so of course we don't show 0-0s on this, and then unfortunately we ended up losing to Bishop Auckland 3-1, and not a bad performance. I guess it's kind of like an introduction to this division. We are looking at a step up in quality, but I kind of think we learned a bit from this, to be honest. A great defensive clearance header at that point didn't quite pay off, sadly, and then we got punished. So we obviously have to try and keep our eyes open for any potential mistakes. Lucas Radebe getting on the goals there. He's sort of adapting to life in this division, not too bad, but then again, unfortunately, a little bit of poor marking at the back post cost us ultimately for a 3-1 defeat. So as I say, a bit of an overhaul of the squad. Now, quite an overhaul, actually, if you look at it. Of course, we had just a bunch of 17-year-olds leading the line until the last maybe sort of 10 games or whatever of last season. We've now started to add some players in with a bit of experience. So Bradley Payne has come in at left back. He's 21. He looks all right, to be honest. Decent jumper reach on him, decent determination, 6'5", so a real bit of height in the defence. And then on the other side, we've got Nathan Convery, who's came from Brandon. He's only 5'11", but again, good acceleration, good agility, good pace, good determination. Tackling's decent as well. You'll notice a bit of a theme as we sort of go through the players that we're bringing in. They do all have very similar traits. Jack Thorne, however, stands out like a sore thumb because he's 35, but we've actually got him from Thornaby, so we've actually taken a goalkeeper from somebody in this league, which is a big thing for us, to be honest. So we've put our stamp out there, brought in a bit of experience. Tom Coulthard has come in from Albion. Again, another defender, 6 foot tall, 13 for tackling, 14 for determination, 13 for acceleration. You're noticing the pattern yet? We're looking at pace. That's what we want this year. Joe Ferguson, 13 for acceleration, 13 for leadership. He's only 5'5" as a winger, but he's a nippy little winger, and he's a tricky little lad as well. We brought him in from Concert, and he kind of looks like he might be quite useful for us, to be honest, and it's quite decent ammunition out on that left-hand side. A really big sign. I'm really happy we finally got Alex Knox in from Newcastle University. He's come in and really sort of shown up that midfield. A bit of a sort of box-to-boxer is kind of where I think he'll probably end up playing. But again, acceleration's on there, passing, first touch, determination as well. He is, unfortunately, of course, sod's law would have it, injured. So he's managed to actually break his ribs, and he's out for about 4 to 6 weeks, which, is, it's just typical, isn't it? You get someone really good in, and then all of a sudden they've broken their ribs and they're out for a while. So never mind, we'll work around it. Tyler Bell, we've kind of already mentioned, got himself a goal on the highlights there. Brought him in from Towlaw. Look at that, 36 goals and 44 appearances for Towlaw. He's already got one for us coming off the bench. 13 for acceleration again. So yeah, we're looking forward to seeing him pull on the red and blue of Washington and hopefully get us some goals and add a bit more competition for Chirinder up front. Ben Hamson's coming from Whitley Bay, former Bolton trainee, as you can see, 6'2", acceleration 12, pace as well at the centre half, so again a bit more mobility at the back. Liam Studholme, again another great signing, I think, coming from Carlisle City, 13 for acceleration, passing, first touch, decisions. Him and Knox, I think, are going to start a really, really, really good partnership in central midfield. And then also we brought in Aaron Willoughby from Towlaw again. Again, acceleration 12, aggression 13. He's quite composed. He's determined. He's going to play out on the right hand side. And again, just a really, really good signing, I think, to be honest. In terms of outgoings, Ryan Lamb has sadly gone to Storrington. We didn't really get the best out of him when he was with us last season, but we tried. We needed some right backs in there. He went and did a job for us. And then Keir McDougall, unfortunately, he's gone to West Didsbury and Chorlton, so he's made a step up into a higher division. So couldn't really step in front of his way, which is the way that Tier 10 works, unfortunately. So that's a bit of we've had to speed that on a little bit, to be honest. So that's kind of where we're at in terms of the squad. As you can see, we're still kind of losing quite a bit of money. We've brought a lot of money in during pre-season with friendlies and stuff, but we're still hemorrhaging money. The interesting thing here, though, last year we had a wage budget of 40 quid. We've now got a wage budget of just shy of £1,300 a week. So I don't know where we got that money from. We've been promoted to Tier 1 and all of a sudden we've got £1,300 wage budget, which we're still not getting anywhere near. But anyway, let's go on to the football. We are going to play Northallerton Town today. Here's the starting lineup. Jack Norton's in goal. Liam Studholme, Ben Hamson, Tom Coulthard, Nathan Convery, Aaron Willoughby, Bradley Payne, Alan Stevenson, Joe Ferguson, Jake Rose, Innocent Chirinder are the starting lineups. As you can see, we don't have enough players for the substitutes bench, so we're actually missing one. So hopefully it'll be fine. I mean, we can't obviously play all substitutes anyway, but we have brought a lot of players in, and we still technically don't have enough for a matchday squad. So it's going to be interesting this season, I think. However, I know the start of the season's been iffy. Possibly, I guess, like a couple of draws and defeat. I'm actually quite quietly confident, to be honest. I think we might do all right here. Northallerton are probably going to be a bit of a tricky opponent, but I'm pretty happy with the players we brought in. I think that they look like they're a huge step up from what we had last season. So I'm kind of expecting the fact that we're now playing with players who have a bit of experience, we will be night and day from last year. So although we looked decent enough last year, I'm kind of expecting a bit of a step up here. Maybe like mid-table or something. I mean, I don't think we're going to struggle at the bottom. I'm not telling the players that, obviously, but I'm going to tell you guys. In fact, here's Chirinder. Look at that. There you go. 9 minutes on the clock. Chirinder's already got himself on the score sheet. Here's me saying I'm not really worried about struggling this year, and Chirinder 100% shares my enthusiasm here. Turns the defender, lovely, and then just slots that past the goalkeeper. 1-0, less than 9 minutes gone. Great start, which is going to sort of still see us slip, I think, in the league, which I think that league's not really updated. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to struggle as much as we maybe thought we would. I think we've got a much better squad than last year, and I actually think the players we've got are good players for this league, even though we've got players in who probably predominantly sort of came from the division below. I think they're going to sort of settle quite nicely, and hopefully we have kind of slightly tweaked the formation as well. We're not playing that 3-6-1. We've gone to a sort of more traditional sort of 4-3-3 or 4-2 4-3-2-1, I suppose it maybe is. So hopefully that'll be a little bit more creative for us, and we'll be a little bit more sort of defensively sound. So that's what I'm hoping for, and just basically some decent performances, to be honest. I mean, we're going in half-time 1-0 up, can't complain about that at all. And, you know, everyone seems to be playing pretty well. I mean, I'm even tempted to go a little bit more positive because we are at home. Let's try and maybe get a second goal. just so the fact that we can maybe look to bring a couple of points home, because I don't want to. 1-0's quite precarious, isn't it, at this stage? Like early in the season, everyone's trying to feel each other out. No one really knows enough about each other, and of course we're the unknown quantity in this league. So if we can get a decent result here, that could send a bit of a shockwave through the league. So that's my plan. I want to take 3 points. If I look at that, we're already up to 11th at the minute. That's the sort of position we want to be in. I don't want to be near the bottom. I want to be up around about 11th, maybe. I'll take somewhere like sort of 15th to 16th or something I'd be happy with. I mean, Norton's not made a save that's gone over the top. I'll take sort of something like that. So if we're going to be 11th right now, that's perfect for me. I'm over the moon with it. In fact, we're looking like 15 minutes to go. I don't want to say it too loudly, but I'm hoping that we're going to go and get ourselves 3 points. In fact, we might as well. I'm actually looking to see if I can kill the game off. Let's see if I can kill the game off here, because we've only got 15 minutes left. Let's go for it. Why not? I know technically you should shut up shop at this point, see the game out, but I think we're doing all right, to be honest, and I fancy us to get another goal. Even if we don't get another goal, I don't think we're going to concede another one. Probably just about doing okay in terms of performance so far. So let's see if it comes around and bites me on the backside. No, doesn't. It's disallowed. Oh, I thought we'd gone 2-0 up there. That would have been perfect. Convery with the ball in. In fact, Chirinda's like a mile offside, to be honest. Miles offside. Can't really complain about that at all. I thought we'd actually managed to get a second goal almost instantly after making that change, but apparently not. Never mind. Not a problem at all. We're going to literally see out the last few minutes now. 5 minutes to go. You can see even Northallerton are going for it now. They've turned to a 4-3-3, and we're just waiting now. Here's Tyler Bell. Back to Convery. Convery's not going to run into the corner. He's going to try and cross it. In fact, Studholm's through for Radebe. That would have been an amazing goal. Fair play for trying to volley that in like that. Unfortunately, however, it's left. Oh, that was close. That was a little bit too close. And maybe I was regretting going 4-3-3 at that point. But here's Ramirez. He's just pumped it through, and no one's going to get on the end of that one. Whew, we are living dangerously, I think. I was excited, to be honest. I thought, look, we're 1-0 up. Let's have a go. Let's try and sort of get a second goal. Convery with the ball in. It's cleared away now. Studholm picks it back up. Convery, Studholm. What's he going to do? Gives it to Stevenson. Studholm. Bell tackled. Studholm gets it back again. This is what I like about us. We're industrious. Getting our foot in, winning the ball back. We want the ball. Rose, Convery, wins a corner. That's what you need to do now. Just keep the ball in the corner. Don't do anything silly. Stevenson. In fact, let's maybe have a little bit more on that right-hand side, I think. Stevenson's going to whip the corner in, and it's cleared. And we haven't got the ball back, which is a worry. In fact, no, it's fine. It's gone out. I think we're okay. Ooh, no, it's cleared from the free kick. Can we get it again? Chirinda, Payne with a clearance. Bell rolls the defender. Charges down. Tyler Bell. Look at that. There we go. That's what we're talking about. That's why we went 4-3-3. Payne with the ball. Bell just rolls the defender. And then he's 1-on-1. In fact, he's 2-on-1 actually. And that's quite a difficult angle to finish that from. So what a goal from Tyler Bell. And then a nice little cartwheel as well to celebrate. Moves us up to 9th. Very, very happy with that. Very happy indeed. Stevenson now with the corner. Whips it in. Coulthard makes it 3. Excellent. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Great header from Coulthard. Gets up past the defender. Powers it past the goalkeeper. And that is 3 points. First 3 points in League Division 1. Northern League Division 1, we should say, of course. First 3 points in Tier 9. Very, very happy with that. Can't complain at all. In fact, look at that. Perfect performance. Slightly more possession, shots just ever so slightly more, XG ever so slightly more. Yeah, we've done all right. Very, very happy with that. Very happy indeed. Studholm gets the man of the match. Of course he does. He's covered every blade of grass. And yeah, we've got to be happy. Got to be happy with that. Oh, there you go. I'm quite happy there. I'm saying happy a lot, of course I am. It's an understatement, to be honest. But first 3 points of the season, that's what it's all about, innit? And Northallerton are now second bottom, and we're 9th. And I think most people would have expected it to be the other way around. So, yeah, I guess that gives us something to sort of build on, to be honest. Next match is up against North Shields. They're 13th. Could be tricky. They're a decent side, North Shields. They'll have seen what we've done in our last match as well. And, of course, we're away as well. So that could potentially add another consideration, let's say. So in terms of the team sheet, Norton's in goal, Studholm, Coulthard, Billington is in for Hamson because he's now got an injury and he's going to be out for a little while. Convery, Radebe, Payne, Stevenson, Ferguson, Rose, Tyler Bell gets the start ahead of Charinda, so we might split them round as the game progresses. And in fact, we've actually, because of the injury at Hamson, we now are 2 players short on the substitutes bench. So any more injuries, it's going to start just chipping away at the subs bench. I hope we don't get to the situation where we can't put a subs bench out. That would be worrying, but, you know, it could possibly happen. It could happen. You never know. But yeah, unfortunately, Hamson's out for, I think, like 5 weeks or 6 weeks or something with a hamstring problem. So that's not great, to be honest, especially when we've gone and bought a bunch of defenders in the in the transfer window. For him to then get injured has not really been ideal because, of course, we're going to try and keep Billington from having to play as many games he played last year because he's still only 17. And we want him kind of like have his development a bit more phased this year. So we're not just chucking him in every single week like last year. But, you know, he's in now. He did a great job last year. Hopefully he can do a great job again this year. It'll be a big step up for him. But, you know, we believe in him. We've got faith in him. You know, he'll be fine. Here's Payne. Lovely ball through. Tyler Bell, already off the back of the defender. In fact, he's gone for it and it's gone right across the goal. Quite a strange effort, to be honest. But, you know, confidence is high. He's very much, you can see from, you know, the last highlight of the last game, and obviously, I was going to talk about Tyler Bate liking to peel off the back of defenders and play on the shoulder, but what I forgot to mention was that sometimes my players don't jump for headers. That's not ideal. Convery, the man who, I mean, he's in a good position, but he just doesn't get up for it. And yeah, it's headed in, and that's North Shields taking the lead. And we've got a lot to do now because we've nearly conceded again. Panicking at the back. Just need to calm everybody down. That's what we need to do. Calm everyone down and just hopefully regroup, have a think. Yeah, it's not good at the minute. It's fine. Like I think we'll be all right. But obviously we came back against Stockton, 2-0 down against Stockton. So we have done it before. But we've given the ball away there. If we're going to give the ball away, then there's a free kick. Surely we've not given the free kick. I mean, the referee could have just gone back and why is he? He's just played the advantage, hasn't he? I mean, it is a free kick, really. Like, if we're being honest, that's a free kick. Why is the referee not blowing the whistle for it rather than letting the play go? And it's now 2-0. Oh well. As I said, we were 2-0 down against Stockton. We've done it before. I guess if this is our thing, where we have to come back from 2 goals down every time, I don't want it to be our thing. Never mind. We need to have a think now. Payne intercepts the ball. Ferguson, good ball up, and here's Tyler Bell. Oh, straight at the goalkeeper. Could maybe have taken a touch, I reckon, to be honest, and maybe took it a little bit closer, but he went for it. 2-0 down. Half time. I need to tell them that we need to do a little bit better now, because I think if we were planning at the start of the season, I would have put a question mark on a draw for this match. Would have been aiming for a point, and we're now up against it. Do we thrash the arms? Let's just point, get some pointing going on. The problem is we haven't really got a lot to change on the bench. See, well, maybe go slightly off, I suppose. Maybe just take out the right winger, go just to left side. Let's try that, I guess. Do something slightly different. Radebe can play up front. Let's bypass the right wing and just push everything down the left-hand side. Ferguson knocks it down. Bell. Ferguson now, he's going to pick the ball up, and apparently nothing happens. Nothing happens according to the highlights there. So that's corner now. Stevenson, sorry, not corner, free kick. It's in. And it's David Billington. Excellent. He's in there. He's in because of injuries, but he's got himself a goal, so that's going to do his confidence the world of good. Lovely header back. I think it's Tyler Bell who heads it back across the goal, and then Billington just, sticks a leg out and puts it into the empty net. So that's 2-1 now. Right. Comebacks on. That's one. Comebacks on. 2-0 down. Stevenson pings it through. Here's Coulthard. Back to... looked like it was going to go back and get intercepted actually on the halfway line. Here's Convery. Now it's Studholme. Convery. What's he going to do? Convery pings it in. Here's Tyler Bell from distance. And a good save. Very good save. Tyler Bell really letting loose there. Corners come in. Headed away. Ferguson picks it up. End of the highlights, so we obviously don't recycle that and put it back in. This is much better, though. Maybe we have to play slightly more asymmetric more often. I'm not sure if this is actually the right thing to do, but let's go even more crazy, right? Let's bring Chirinder on. We'll go for 3-3-1-3. That's a formation I've not used before, but that's the formation I'm feeling. We've got half an hour left, and I'm going for it. We need a point. Need to beat that gap in the midfield is what we need to do. And that's gone wide. So that's fine. We don't have to worry about that. Stevenson with the ball in. In fact, yes. Billington's got his head to it again. That's the second goal. That's us come back from 2 goals down again. Great header. Wonderful ball in from Stevenson. He's got a wand of a foot, Annie Stevenson, when it comes to free kicks. We've said this time and time again. Like last season, he was scoring them, like just all kinds of free kicks. This match, 2 absolutely beautiful deliveries through him, and that one's a great delivery from the angle, from the distance, from the depth to get the ball in. That's a wonderful free kick. And then Billington gets himself on the end of it, and we're back in it. Very excited now. Very, very excited. Maybe a little bit too excited because we haven't tightened things up, and that's just gone wide. We may need to do something, actually, because good block, great block. And we're going to get the ball there? No, apparently not. Spooner, no one's picked him up at the back post. It's blocked. In fact, yeah, offside. That's fine. 10 minutes to go. Just got to see this one out. All we got to do now. See it out. Keep things more Keep it tight. Just ping the ball long if we have to. Just get it out the way. All we've got to do, Cartwright with a free kick. That's going nowhere. Perfect. Stevenson pings it long up towards Chirinda. Now here's Willoughby. We're on the break. Willoughby, what's he going to do? He's gone past him. Oh, I just need to cut it. Square it. Need to square it. That could have been the game over. Stevenson cleared. And now Shields are on the counter-attack. I'm looking up 4 minutes to go. That's fine, that's alright. Straight into Norton's hands. Get myself stressed here. Just put our foot on it. Ball's cleared. Fishwick drives forward. Little touch. Spooner. We're still on attacking, that's why. We're still on attacking. Cassidy's knocked it down. Spooner's finished it. 3-2. That's my fault, that. I've not changed it. Oh well. Never mind. I'm sure we can get some more points some other time during the season. Schoolboy mistake. In fact, is it going to get worse? No, it's not. No. Thankfully, it's headed over the top. Yeah, I'm going to have to take responsibility for that one, aren't I? Still pushing forward at 2-2. Did I think we could have won it? I think when Willoughby's gone forward, if he'd have crossed it, I think we'd have been 3-2 up. Ironically, we'd have been 3-2 up rather than the opposition. Radebe, great ball in. Stevenson! Oh, that was the chance. That was the chance. Final whistle's gone. We've lost 3-2. I mean, we gave it out as good as we could get. You know, we had a go. We've proven we can come back from 2 goals down again. That's what we've learned from this match. Maybe don't go 2-0 down, I guess, is what we need to learn from defensively. But, you know, as I say, we're going to learn more in this league than we've learned in the last league. So, I can't really be too upset. You know, a point would have been fine. I think a point would have been fine. But yeah, sadly it wasn't meant to be. Never mind. We'll pick ourselves up. We'll dust ourselves down. We'll get some more games under our belts, and we'll come back. And hopefully we'll erase this memory as quick as we can. You know, it's not the end of the world, but you know, it's an early setback, is what it is. Ultimately, though, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed it, do give it a like, of course. Comment below as well. What do you think of the new signings? Do you think they look all right? Anywhere you might want to consider strengthening still? Obviously, do let us know. Where do you think we might finish this season? Of course, if you enjoy it, do make sure you're subscribed. We've got other stuff on the channel as well. We've got that Journeyman save also in there if that's the sort of thing you might want to watch. But ultimately, what we're going to do is say thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll see you very, very soon for the next episode of Grassroots to Glory.